Right then, so firstly, thanks a lot for signing up to the Metabolic Collective. My name is Jack, and I'm, I guess, the person that's going to be helping you come through it. What I want to do first is just making sure that you understand kind of like what's included, how to find various different things, and really just to get the most from it. Now, I appreciate there can be a lot of information here, which is why I just want to go through the key bits and explain where you can get the information, but more importantly, how you can get the best results. So first things first, there's two areas to this. Now, I wish there was one, but unfortunately, we're not at a stage where we can combine the two well enough. So we use two different tools. The first one is where you signed up, which is the Trainerized application. So it's a white label application where you'll see your programming, you've got the group, and you'll also be able to track your progress and also your food as well. Now, in the Quick Start Guide, there is some links and videos showing you exactly how to use Trainerize. So again, how to track your food, how to see kind of your habits, how to use the group, and also how to use your exercise as well. So I'm not going to go through that now. However, what you will find when you first kind of sign up is one, a link to this message, but also some automated message from Pretend Me, from Jack. So just have a look at those, and they'll give you the relevant information. And once you've got that, you'll be able to get cracking. So the key things to start with is you're going to start by using this dashboard here. So you're going to head over to the dashboard and you can use the sign up option, which I've given you. Okay, and make sure you use that password. And once you've got access to it, this is going to be almost like the education hub. So you don't actually need to use this very often if you really don't want to. However, there's some really good tools here, and it really gives us an understanding of how our process works. So understanding the pillars and also the habits as well. Not only that, there's a meal builder option, which is really, really useful. And if you're not coming in for testing with me, so if you haven't done a know your numbers or a metabolism test, you can actually get your calories from here. So once you've done that, once you've kind of set up your own account, what you need to do is, if you haven't got the know your numbers, the calories for me already, you need to calculate your calories. So all that you need to do is click on the tools. You're going to go to nutrition, put in your data here. So 182, 90, 85, fat-free mass, so 64, how much exercise you do, and it's going to give you your different calorie targets. So depending on what you're looking to do, you need to tell me which calories that you're looking to follow along. So for me, for example, it would be, say, maintain weight or weight loss. I would say 2,270. I'd message me that, and I can add it to your dashboard. So once I've done that, you'll have your calories set up. What you'll also see as well is your protein target. So again, tell me that protein target or just screenshot it, and I'll add it to the group for you as well. Now, remember, this is still a calculation, so that it's not going to be perfect. So if you did really want to use an RMR test, you can either get something closer to you, or you can kind of book a test with me. One thing I will say, that if you are going to do an aggressive cut, make sure you read this as well. Like we can't do this long term, but it can be, say, a targeted strategy to get some initial momentum with that. So once you've got your calories, you're going to get yourself set up, and the next thing that you need to do is start looking at the meals that you're going to be eating. So the way that we do that, again, in the tools, you're going to click on meals this time. You're going to pop in the calculate the numbers that you've set yourself. You can choose the fat and the carbohydrate total. The only thing that really matters for us is the calories and the protein. What I will say is that you do need like a minimum of 0.4 grams per kilo of fat per body weight. However, we're not going to worry about that too much yet. So once you've done that, you're then going to choose how many meals and snacks that you like to have. Click choose your meals, and you'll be able to select various meals at breakfast, lunch, evening meals and snacks. And then it's going to come up with your meal bank when you click on review. So you'll have the weekly schedule, you'll have your shopping list, a prep guide, and you'll be able to save your plan as well. So you can come back to that. Again, if you wanted to know a little bit more about the actual meals that you've chosen, for example, you'll click on it, it'll give you the grams, it will give you how to do it as well. So really, really good little option for getting cracking with knowing what you need to be eating. So that's the kind of the nutrition thing. You've got kind of your meals. And then the next thing you can do, if you really wanted to get a little bit ahead, is you can read over the pillars. And the pillars really are the key areas really that we're looking to focus on over the next 4, 8, 12, 3 months, just so once we start understanding this, you really are going to get those results. Lastly, in this area, there is a few extra tools that you might want to use. So things like sleep, exercise, strength and lifestyle, and the NEATs is quite a good one. So you can have a little play around with this in your own time. We will be touching back on these over kind of the first 8 weeks, like introduction. However, the things like the NEAT calculator, for example, if I put my weight in, the amount of steps that I do, it gives you an idea about how many calories you burn per day. So this is quite a good little tool to really understand how we can create that calorie deficit. What you'll also be able to do in here as well, if you are going to have any blood work or kind of in-body work as well, or do an in-body test with me, you can add in your data here. And then over time, if you start kind of like getting it done again, you'll start seeing that progress. So as I mentioned, the dashboard, this is more your education hub. There is a way to do a check-in as well every 2 weeks. And again, you'll be directed back to it from the main app Trainerize. So don't stress about it too much. However, just when you do see those kind of links coming back and forth, you know what you need to be doing. Now, moving on to the actual training dashboard itself. The best thing really is just watch the videos that I've given you. You can look through this as well, which gives you a bit of an idea. But really kind of the idea over the next few weeks, we're going to be focusing on 1 or 2 habits at a time. We're going to be looking at a different pillar each week, and then you're going to start tracking your food. And when you start tracking your food, focus on the habits, what will happen is the results will really start happening. So in terms of what we're going to focus on first, in week 1, we're going to focus on calories and building your breakfast. So the idea is, all that you need to focus on is eating the kind of what you're currently doing and try and stay within 10% or 200 calories of your totals. So for example, I've set myself 2,400. I would need to stay within about 10% or 200 calories of 2,400. Whether that's slightly over, slightly below, it doesn't matter that much. In terms of the actual meals themselves, rather than feel like you have to follow an exact plan, all I want you to start thinking about is focus on 1 meal at a time. So in week 1, we're going to look at building your breakfast. So what you can do is, again, go to the meal builder, have a look at breakfast, choose some of the ones that you like, which are balanced, and you're going to focus on doing that. And the idea is each week you'll be set a new habit. So for example, week 2, we're going to look at protein and lunches. Week 3 is going to be water and steps. Then we're going to really focus on training and so on and so forth. So really kind of the idea is that by the time you get to the end of this kind of initial onboarding, that 8 weeks, you really will have got a good start. You'll have a good understanding of what you need to be doing, and you can go from there. So I think that's it for now. So I guess get those calories done. Let's send me your calories to pop into your dashboard. Start thinking about what you're going to be doing next week in terms of your breakfasts. And I think that's everything. So let me know if any questions in the meantime. So pop it into the group, and good luck on your journey.